The 2026 World Cup in the United States is a massive commercial enterprise. Billions of dollars in television rights, advertising, and sponsorships depend on a global audience staying tuned in for the duration of the tournament. For the broadcasters, the defending champions Argentina and their star player, Lionel Messi, are the primary draws. High ratings follow them wherever they play. So when Argentina faced Egypt in the round of 16, a commercial crisis started to brew. With 11 minutes left on the clock, Egypt was achieving a massive upset, leading 2-0. Then, the tone of the match flipped. In a frantic 15-minute window, Argentina scored 3 late goals to win the game 3-2. Initially, you had 2 loud camps. Some fans attributed the loss to a historic defensive collapse by Egypt. But almost immediately, a wave of viral videos hit social media, highlighting questionable officiating and suggesting the match had been manipulated. Usually, that kind of talk stays in the realm of internet forums, but within hours, the accusations bypassed social media and moved into the territory of international law. The Egyptian Football Association refused to stay silent. They filed a formal legal complaint demanding the removal of the entire officiating team from the tournament. The referee at the center of this storm was Francois Letexier. Up until this match, he was widely considered one of Europe's best young officials. Overnight, his reputation was buried under allegations of cheating. While fans analyzed video replays, federal investigators began tracking the money. The FBI has launched a fraud and money laundering investigation into the Argentine Football Association and its operations in the United States, targeting alleged financial crimes totaling up to $300 million. Federal agents are investigating whether the biggest sporting event on Earth was manipulated to protect specific commercial interests and the high-value TV ratings they generate. To understand the basis of these claims, we have to examine Letexier's selective use of VAR, the Video Assistant Referee system meant to ensure fairness. When Egypt's Mustafa Zico scored, Letexier leaned heavily on VAR. He reviewed the footage frame by frame to identify an alleged foul and ultimately disallowed the Egyptian goal. But seconds before Argentina scored their third and game-winning goal, Egyptian star Mo Salah was brought down in the box after a defender stepped on his foot. Letexier declined to review the incident. The technological safety net designed to catch human error was applied with precision to penalize Egypt, but then ignored at the very moment Argentina stood to be eliminated. If this were an isolated incident, it might be dismissed as poor officiating. But tournament-wide statistics suggest a recurring pattern of leniency toward one team. This chart ranks the teams in the 2026 World Cup by fouls committed. Argentina is near the top, 4th highest overall. But track the punishment for those fouls. Showing yellow cards received, Argentina's bar drops sharply to the second lowest position. We saw this play out against Algeria. Lionel Messi committed a dangerous, studs-up tackle, an offense that usually results in a booting. He didn't even receive a yellow card. Contrast that with U.S. striker Folarin Balogun. He committed a similar infraction and was immediately handed a red card, ejecting him from the game. The statistical data suggests that the defending champions are playing under a different set of rules than the rest of the field. The timeline of the tournament's disciplinary decisions is equally striking. Shortly after a reported phone call from Donald Trump to the FIFA president, the red card that had sidelined Balogun was rescinded. That same FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, later went on television and admitted he was emotionally invested in Argentina's matches, stating that he suffered alongside them when they were under pressure. This was followed by a highly unusual administrative choice. For a crucial quarterfinal match featuring France, Argentina's biggest threat, FIFA assigned an officiating team composed entirely of referees from Argentina. Neutrality becomes a secondary concern when the governing body's leadership publicly expresses personal favoritism. The volume of these controversies has triggered a push for accountability. The European Parliament has officially called for a full investigation in FIFA's management of the tournament. This aligns with the $300 million FBI probe. Investigators are looking at the financial incentives behind keeping star-powered teams in the bracket to ensure maximum television revenue. With the rise of sports betting, match outcomes carry heavy financial stakes for the general public. If games are being managed to protect a broadcast narrative, it results in widespread financial fraud. Regardless of whether the 2026 World Cup was actively rigged or merely ruined by incompetence, the governing body has broken its relationship with the audience, leaving the sport's integrity in question.